Welcome to the Bold Analysis, ladies and gentlemen. And this is a beautiful Thursday. Happy Mashujaa Day. I don't know who is your Shujaa. Yes, I want to tell you people one thing. My Shujaa is Raila Amolo Odinga, and I have my own reasons. Every freedom that we enjoy in this country, even doing what I do, the freedom space as someone who has been in the media space for quite some time, it's because of the longest political detainee in the history of this country. That's Raila. Even the government we have today, the structures that were laid, the promulgation of the new constitution of 2010, and the freedom that we are enjoying now, it is indeed true, the words of Koigi wa Mwere, that those who fought for this country were never to be rewarded in the ballot, but the fruits of their sweat was to be enjoyed by our generation. So, message to young people, as you celebrate Shujaa, as you seize the moment, we should never forget about our past. I don't know who is your Shujaa, guys. In this video, I wanted to speak about Martha Karua's trip to the UK. Raila Odinga, in the Azimio fold, we've seen a lot of foreign trips. Raila Odinga was jetted out to India for a 10 days trip. Former president, one of the best that we ever had in this country, Uhuru Kenyatta, was in Nigeria for some event. And so Kalonzo Musyoka was left alone in the country and he visited, he actually attended the Shujaa Day celebration in Uhuru Gardens. Sad all that we still promising things left, right, and center. But it's a conversation for another day. Martha Karua, after announcing that she was going to challenge the full Supreme Court verdict in Arusha Court, she changed that position and had maintained a low profile. But there is one thing that really people need to mention, people need to notice, is that Martha Karua is a phenomenal woman in the history of this country. And part of this trip, I have read that story, and she was, I think, she gave a speech and was a program by Commonwealth, and Kenya is a member state of the Commonwealth, and she got it. So what do you think we can understand, or what are some of the deductions we can make from Martha Karua's trip, and what will that portray? Remember, before even the last election, there were trips by Raila Odinga, resource mobilization and all that. But Martha Karua did not feature in any of those trips. After losing and after the outcome of the last election, I will not want to give a verdict on who won and who lost. After the outcome of the last election, something that Kenyans have been asking is, what do you think Martha Karua is up to? Or what is next for Martha Karua? And this narrative, this is a question that has been dangling between her thrusting herself to be the next Mount Kenya kingpin, fighting for that space with Rigathi Gachagua, or still trying to package herself for a 2027 ticket with Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka. And of course, it's still premature to look at that angle. But in this video, I want to just make some few deductions, observations from what exactly that tour portrays for Martha Karua. Kindly subscribe to our channel, click the notification bell, and also like our video. Today, I am in Nakuru, and of course, I have an exclusive interview with Ruben Kigame, the presidential candidate in 2022. And he was a candidate until he was knocked out. We will have a sit down tomorrow on Saturday, and of course, in the comments of this video, you can share with me questions or things you want us to get from, maybe for Kigame to answer. It's going to be a very deep conversation about things and issues that really matter into this country, and give an account of what really happened before he was kicked out of that race, and in my own words, unceremoniously unheard. Kindly, also, we are continuing the 50 shillings challenge for the purchase of the camera. It's supposed to help us do those exclusive interviews. We are closing that fundraiser on 22nd. That will be on Sunday. So if you're not yet, those who had pledged to support, the little you can have, I'll be so grateful. The number is up there. And of course, we are short of the target, I think now around 15,000. And so I'm just reaching out to you guys, that those who can pledge. Of course, there have been costs that are extended to end of month because the Kenyan Team Kenya have been completing that mid-month, but maybe we'll have to look at that. Now, Martha Karua brought something in the last presidential ticket, and that was the gender card. While Wajakoya brought in the marijuana, I don't know what Mwaure brought. While Odinga had the liberation card and the reform card that was packaged by Martha Karua, but Martha Karua introduced a very interesting dynamic in terms of our presidential ticket. And he vouched, her presence brought forth a conversation about a zebra ticket. A zebra ticket is a ticket where if a man is on top, oh, I'm using the wrong sentence. A zebra ticket is a ticket that if a man is the governor or is the president, then the woman becomes the deputy. So this was a conversation that was brought forth at that time. And I want to be very categorical here and say that what I can see is an interest from international community on Martha Karua. And the fact that she trusted herself in that context really gave her the global limelight. And what could this be? I see a Martha Karua that is trying to package herself and to chart a specific, her political path outside the shadow of Raila Odinga. And that will be a very good way. I see a Martha Karua that is trying to get international footprints, the global limelight, the global community, and the people that can coalesce around her to make sure that she can still hold a future as far as our politics is concerned. I would not be shocked to see Karua maybe get into the presidential ticket again, either as a presidential candidate or even as a running mate. That is most likely going to play out. So these trips are very important. And of course, people can underestimate them, but these are very important meetings. Now, the other thing that I can see from this trip by Martha Karua is that through the fact that they could still manage to maneuver their way and get to this, is that she's still getting her benefits. And the contact, the international community, and especially on the Commonwealth grounds, would try to create, is trying to build a momentum about a constitutional review process and the quest for electoral justice. Martha Karua, I see her joining that front because that seems to remain as one of the most key issues that have not been given attention. But it really sense people have been uncomfortable with the turn of events. So she can still be in a position to do this and create a conversation about a constitutional review process. Because You don't need to stay. No, she took a low profile, of course. She was not playing key political roles in this country, and people had really wished her off, written her off. But what I can see here is that she's also trying to package herself and will come back as a powerful force. Today, she has sent a message to William Ruto that we'll try to analyze in our next video, perhaps tomorrow in the morning, telling the president that you owe Miguna an apology on behalf of Jubilee government. That message is powerful. We'll have to look at that in some other analysis. But ladies and gentlemen, that is my bold. And of course, thank you very much for your support. I was in Nakuru 2 weeks ago. I had to come back again. And of course, those who are also willing to give us exclusive interviews as we have conversations about topics and issues that are to touch on this country, we'll be so grateful. The policy analysts, security experts, experts on economy, and other aspects on governance will be so grateful. We're actually opening that, and we want to have these conversations in a more candid manner so that we inform the Windiko.